Yo, Prince one of them ones, I'm in the mix. Talking hoops, dropping gems, let's fix. Women's ball, we elevate, bring it to the mainstream. Key coming with facts, we a dream team. Break down plays, ain't no cliches. From the court to the screen, every detail displayed. Got the WNBA shining bright. Click the like button if you feeling it right. Excuse the takeover, taking charge. Women's game front and center, living large. Hit that subscribe, stay tuned to the ride. We bringing the heat, never gonna hide. From sky hooks to swishes, we capture the wishes of ballers making waves in the biggest of dishes. Prince one and Key got the knowledge artillery, dropping truth bombs effectively, brilliantly. Excuse the takeover, taking charge. Women's game front and center, living large. Hit that subscribe, stay tuned to the ride. We bringing the heat, never gonna hide. Analyzing chat, every stat interact, breaking barriers. No cap, that's a fact. Leave a comment below, watch the growth unfold. Together we gon' make this story be told.
Welcome back to Excuse the Takeover. Where else would you be on a Wednesday? Let's be for real. Listen, thank y'all so much for coming through. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and share the channel. Hit the all notification button so you know every single time we drop a video or go live. Y'all do not forget and remember, both channels have memberships. I have a membership. Prince has a membership as well. Make sure you go ahead and take the opportunity to sign up for those and lock into these prices, just because you're going to get a lot of value when you sign up for a membership. There's members only lives, all kind of cool stuff you can do. So just make sure you sign up for those memberships as well. Again, hit the like button. Don't forget. And look, shout out to y'all for getting me to 1K coming through the Excuse the Takeover and showing love. I'm at 1044, y'all. Let's get me to 1050 by the end of this stream, 1,050 by the end of this stream. So appreciate y'all so much for coming through. We got some great topics to get into as usual every single week. But without further ado, how you doing, Prince? How you feeling?
Oh man, another Wednesday, fill the air with knowledge, you know what I'm saying? So y'all get y'all pens and pads ready. A lot of notes y'all can take down, a lot of cues y'all can bring home to y'all wives and husbands and let them act like y'all know what y'all talking about. That's what y'all come here for. Y'all gonna get it. Right, Cheetah. Right, Chicago Cheetah. Exactly. Get your pens and paper ready. Go look, y'all go to the barbecue to cook out this weekend and act like you know what you're talking about.
Facts, big facts. Listen, look, y'all, we got a lot of things to get into. Preseason has started. WNBA is back. The WNBA is so back, and it's exciting. Good to see kind of what some of these teams are working with so far. I hope y'all caught those. But listen, let's get into a cadence. I need to see y'all active in the chat. I don't need to see no dry chat, slow chat, none of that. Get active. You know what I'm saying? We cannot read everything and respond to everything, but I do expect you guys to respond to everything that I'm saying. So if I ask Prince a question or Prince asks me something, go ahead and answer it. All right. So let's get into that cadence. I need to see y'all active. Listen, great games happen, but one of these rookies, and like craziest thing, she was undrafted, has been showing up and showing out a little bit in big moments per se, doing all the right little things, in my opinion. So let's kind of get into her. Listen, dejakelly. Is dejakelly a WNBA caliber player is the question at hand. If you guys checked out the 2 preseason games by the Aces, the first game against the Dallas Wings, the second one against Phoenix. I have some things to say about Phoenix, by the way. Then you got to see the rookies really play and shine. Different ones each game. The first one, Aaliyah and I went crazy. And so it was definitely expected. I think she still did all the right little things, even in this game too. By the way, she was 1 for 5 from 3, but she had 2 steals. She did all the other kind of little things. As a rookie, I felt like she performed well, but this game was for dejakelly. The Phoenix game was for dejakelly, if you ask me. Becky said some things also in the post-game interview. Because I did see some people kind of commenting, oh, she a ball hog, she was hogging the ball and all of that. And Becky said, no, I purposely wrote up things for her. You know what I'm saying? She's testing her confidence. At the same time as testing her confidence, she's building her confidence as well. I thought dejakelly played well. She's not perfect. She has gotten the ball stripped from her both games a couple times. Otherwise, though, she showed up in big moments. She could get her shot. She could create her shot. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. Where she was getting her shots was reminiscent of Chelsea Gray, to be completely honest with y'all. The mid-range shot she was hitting a little bit. It's not the same fadeaway per se that Chelsea Gray be doing, but it was in the same spaces. I thought she was pretty impressive. I won't lie. So that's kind of a real quick run through of that. But what do you think of dejakelly? And is she a WNBA caliber player?
WNBA caliber player. Yet to be seen. Do I think she'll make the roster? Yes. WNBA caliber player, yet to be seen. I do need to see a little more as far as what can you do without the ball in your hands. Because see, and I think that's gonna be her biggest step forward to kind of be successful, because even Becky Hammond knows she needs the ball. So for Becky Hammond to say, I drew up plays for her, let you know that she needs the ball. And I think when you got Asia on the court, when you got Jackie Young on the court, when you got Chelsea Gray on the court, Drew Lloyd on the court, you won't have the ball like that. So can she become a slasher, kind of like Jackie Young? Can she become a spot-up shooter? Can she find her way off ball? That's going to, I think, be the evolution to her being a WNBA caliber player. Can she play basketball? Yes. I think when people say, can she be a WNBA caliber player, and you see her play good, and they're probably saying, well, Zoe, she had 2 good games. Can she play basketball? Yes, she can play basketball. Can she be a WNBA caliber player at her level? Yet to be determined. I do want to see her play with the starters a little more. She has been playing with the backups. I want to see her. I want to just see what it looks like. Like, can she play off ball, and does Chelsea Gray and Ajawilson and Jackie Young and Drew Lloyd respect her enough to give her the ball? Like, that's what I want to see. Like because you can have like moments, but do the other 4 players on the court with you respect you enough to defer to you sometimes, find you when you open? Like, that's what I want to see. So can she play basketball? Yes. Can she be a WNBA caliber player? Yet to be determined, because I haven't really seen her with the level of players that she's going to be playing with during the regular season. Like, and for Becky Hammond to really like draw plays up for her, lets me know Becky Hammond sees something there. She hasn't been cut. So Becky Hammond sees something there, right? But what does that look like in the regular season when you're playing against starting caliber players and backups that can be starters on other teams? During the preseason, you're playing against backups that might only get 2 to 3 minutes a game, and some of them are going to be overseas. So I want to see what she looks like being guarded by Dejanay Carrington. I want to see what she looks like being guarded by those kind of players. Can she get to her spots? She loves taking those elbow shots. She loves the dribble drive. Like, can she get to those spots when being guarded by the Alicia Grays? Those kind of players, But, I mean, she is in the locker room with Jackie Young, great perimeter defensive player. I want to see some footage of perhaps them 2 guarding each other. See what that looks like. That's what I'm still interested to see, because at Oregon, she did not have a good season. Coming off of averaging her 4 years of averaging 16.2 points per game, down to like a little over 12. That isn't real good. I understand why she went to Oregon, journalism stuff. So that could play a part in my concept of how I'm viewing her. So I'll see, but it's up for debate. She is having two good first games, so I'm kind of feeling what she's doing. Again, I'm an Aces fan, so I don't know what she gonna fit. I don't know what she gonna fit. That's what I'm trying to see, Key. Like, is she gonna be comfortable, right? Like, she got a lot going off the court, right, Key? Like modeling, journalism. What will her mindset be when she's just sitting on the bench getting 2 to 3 minutes a game in the first 10 games of the season? Because I don't expect it,
she better get her Angel Reese on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, again, she can play basketball, Key, right? But you already know when you're sitting on that bench and you feel like you should be playing and you got other stuff going on, or you're going to continue to be locked in and work on your game. So that's where I'm at with her.
I think those are all valid questions, valid assessment as well for her. Like I said, I mean, Chelsea be getting picked too sometimes, you feel me? So it's not like the end of the world, her getting picked and stuff like that. But
no.
Yeah, like that's not it. I get what you're saying when she's ball dominant, obviously, right? Like, and she probably would be considered a combo guard more than anything. I do think she can run an offense though. Like, I do think she can run an offense. I just think in college she was the go-to girl regardless of running an offense. It was still like, well, Deja got it. Go ahead, Deja, go to work. Go, only one who I know could go get a bucket on this team. However, that's not the team she's on now, right? Like, you're not the person they're going to be doing that for, usually. So I get what you're saying as far as like, you're going to get spot minutes. And I don't know how Becky sees like her being played. I don't know, who she plays on the floor with the starters and stuff. So I would definitely love to see her with the starters.
Do you think she can be because you got Jackie Young, who kind of played spot minutes at point guard last year when Chelsea Gray was hurt. So do you think that she's going to be kind of the backup facilitator off the bench because she fit that role?
That's what I was thinking, just because I think Becky has more faith in her than, because who else do they have? They don't have, like, off the bench, they don't have a backup point guard for Chelsea Gray, from my understanding. So it would have to be Dejakelly, like somebody with, because Dana Evans, like, that's a no. We already know that experiment doesn't work. So Dana Evans can't come in and be your point guard. So it would be Dejakelly. So she would have to figure out, okay, well, if I take Chelsea Gray out, put Dejakelly in. But then again, I could see Dejakelly at the 2 sometimes. Mm-hmm. If you wanted her to be. But I do get what you're saying, because she would have to be off ball at the 2. So, I mean, she would have to run it in practice and see. I don't think it's impossible, though. I don't think she can't do it. I'll say this, and we're going to get into, who they cut and stuff. I see why she kept Deja, to be completely honest. I mean, I didn't think she was, but I see why she kept her for sure. And not just because she played too good, like, oh, she hit the game winner. Like, not that. I could kind of just see what she sees in her a little bit. And she's showing and proving herself in the little things that she's doing, just paying attention to her body language on the floor, like all of that stuff. I feel like she's showing up well. That's just my opinion, though. Now, is Dejakelly a WNBA caliber player? See, I love this question because, I'm always come with my psychoanalytics and stuff like that. I mean, she's undrafted. Let's be for real. So you're going to have to form her into that. And if you want that experiment, if that's something you want and you could see in the long term and or see as possibly something, you guys, what they did with Kate Martin, maybe she ends up in an expansion draft or something like that. I don't know, but it's really up to Becky to see, like, I want a championship this year. Does she fit into that and where she fits into that? You know what I'm saying? With the squad that they have. But I think she can be molded into one. I do see the potential there, and not only potential, I see her working towards her ceiling per se. And so I think that's all you can ask for now with all we've seen, which is not much. But I mean, these rookies. Here's what I say. I have a really personal opinion about the rookies that I don't like about the WNBA, because it's like they're not gonna come into the league WNBA caliber players like that. A lot of times that's a one. It's just the reality. Like the angelreeses, the ajawilsons, the caitlinclarks, or all of that. Like that's not often that you're just going to have a women basketball player that comes in ready. It's just very Kelsey Plum was the leading scorer. She was before caitlinclark became it. Her freshman year, her rookie year, she was like trash. And she is a WNBA caliber player, and most would say coming out of college, she was a WNBA caliber player. But like then you get in the league, and so I don't know. It's a subjective like thing. I feel like no, but what does that mean? Like it don't mean you don't keep her. It's just what are you gonna do? And Becky needs to figure that out, because they have to win a championship this year, in my opinion, and nothing less. It's excuses otherwise. So she has to make it work, in my opinion. It's your aces though. So am I right or wrong? Does she have to win a championship this year? Or at least make it to the championship game. At least.
You talking about the aces as a whole or a specific player?
Aces, as a whole. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, look. Once you win back-to-back championships and you got, forget the championships. You take championships out of it. You got arguably the GOAT on your team. Every year you come into the WNBA season, it's going to be championship or bust. It just comes with the expectations. And Ajawilson, if you listen to her this offseason of how she's talked about it kind of being a revenge season, how she's talked about, I didn't want to play an unrivaled because I wanted to take a break and work on my game and come back better. So she's literally letting the world know for her without saying it. Watch what she does. Watch how she moves. It's championship or bust. And that's what great players do. They don't look at a season and say, and look around the locker room and say, well, I got this player and this player and this player. We'll see what can happen. No, they come into the season and say, I need you to be doing this. I need you to be doing this. I need you to be doing this. And coach, this is what I need from you. And this is what I'm going to give to the game. And we going to win a championship. That's how players like Ajawilson come into the season. So for dejakelly, you're in a predicament where, yes, she's a rookie and we want her to grow, but what can you do to help us win? Look, she can be the 12th. She can be the 12th lady on the bench. That's fine. But at practice, are you replicating a Sabrina Nescu? Are you replicating a Odyssey Sims? Are you replicating a Courtney Vandersloot? Are you the stunt double at practice? Like sometimes people forget practice players, sometimes that's on teams, have a big impact on game assignments because they're able to kind of replicate or play in place of a player they're going to be preparing the defense for, preparing the offense for if you're a defensive player and you're on the bench and you don't get a lot of minutes. So again, Aces championship or bust, man. We got the GOAT. We got arguably the best starting lineup in the WNBA. Arguably the best starting lineup in the WNBA. So when you got arguably the best starting lineup in the WNBA, you got defense, you got shooting, you got perimeter. Your bench is kind of shaping up depending on what Dejakelly looks like. I know we couldn't get rid of Kirsten Bell. She like a thorn in my side, man. We can't get off of her. Come on, Aces. Buy her out, man. Take that cap hit. Do something, man. She gotta go. She in my way, man. She gotta go. Again, I think that's why they chose maybe Dejakelly over Harmony Turner. As of now, she's still on the roster. We'll see. They still got one more round of cuts to come. So we'll see. But I like what she's done. I think she can mature. Look, we talked about her earlier in the season when the Aces first drafted her. I actually wanted her to come out last year. I think she would have had a better opportunity of being drafted, she would have came out last year. But again, I understood it was off the court stuff, trying to build generational wealth, future success. I get all of that, right? That she went to Oregon. So I get all of that. But she is what she is. If she pans out to be great, Key, we got to steal. We got to steal.
Now that's definitely still an undrafted player, but this is a too early. Let's do a too early assessment. Do you think, if they, which I think I foresee them keeping Dejakelly and Aaliyah Nye, do you think that, I don't think they're the deciding factor. Let's be clear. Like Dejakelly and Aaliyah Nye are not the deciding factor, especially Dejakelly, more so Aaliyah Nye. But with them keeping them too, like, is that like, do you feel good about that? Like, do you feel like, all right, bet, like, we have something here. I can see that. I can see the vision. You know what I'm saying? She fits on this team. Do you feel like she fits on this team and y'all can take it there?
So are you talking about both of the rookies?
Yeah.
So I'll start with Aaliyah Nye. I like the floor spacing that Aaliyah Nye gives us. Her defense does leave a lot to be desired, but I'm not mad at her defense. She's a rookie. Being around Jackie Young is going to help her. Being around Asia, saying, hey, if I'm behind you right here, this is how you guard them. Hey, if we're coming to double team in the corner, this is how you guard them. So I think a player like Aaliyah Nye, who has the capabilities of being a solid perimeter defender, with players like Jackie Young, Jewel Lloyd, and Ajawilson, and Becky Hammond coaching her and believing in her, right? Giving her minutes. She's in the right predicament to honestly be one of the better draft picks in the last couple of years. I mean, again, I always talk about last year's draft. If you really break that draft down, only 4 players out that entire draft actually made noise in their rookie season. So it's not, I need people to remember, all rookies don't come in with impact. So if Aaliyah Nye comes in, does the little things, don't be hard on her, because she's doing the little things to maintain her playing time. Make sure that she's seen by Becky Hammond by doing the little things. A lot of players get caught up in the scoring, getting up shots. Some coaches notice the little things. They know you can score. I tell players this all the time. They know you can score. Look, Becky Hammond have been watching her tape for 4 years. Aaliyah Nye, she know you can score. She know you can shoot. Go do something else. Go do something else and show her you really about minutes. Because at the end of the day, we got a lot of shooting on this team. So I think for her to get playing time a lot, her shooting is going to have to be consistent. First of all, she's very streaky. Even at Alabama, she was streaky. Even though she did shoot 45% from the 3, she would have like a 5 for 7 game. Then she'll have a 1 for 4. Then she'll have a 6 for 8. Then she'll have a 2 for 5. Like that's why her percentage was always high. When she was on, she was on. But when she was off, it was hit or miss. It's one, you get 1 3 a half, Key. You get 1 3 a half from her. But so I like what Aaliyah Nye is. The team is rallying around her. She had a good first preseason game. The second one, I mean, it's hit or miss. It depends on the system. They weren't really getting her a lot of shots. If you really noticed, they weren't really getting her a lot of shots. And the flow of the game was kind of like whack. Aces had a lot of turnovers. Let's be honest. They had a lot of turnovers. Mercury got a lot of transition. So Aaliyah Nye really couldn't find her groove. I'm liking where she is. She all right. I got Aaliyah Nye making the team because I think in 2 years, she'll be one of the top 10 shooters in WNBA. In 2 years, she'll be one of the top 10 shooters in the league. That's how much confidence I got in her jump shot. It's pure, it's smooth. Once she catches up to game speed, and people got to realize, playing in the WNBA and playing in college, the speed is different. So she's trying to find out how to incorporate her jump shot with the speed of the game, and that's very hard. That's very hard to do. So she'll be all right. She's a 45% shooter. Look, I got her between 35 to 40% from 3 this year. when she gets minutes and get her reps. I got her in there with Key, so she'll be fine. Same thing with Dejakelly. Dejakelly is going to have to find out how to do the little things, get a little better on defense. She is slow-footed. She gets beat a lot on dribble drive penetration. Again, a player like ajawilson being an anchor behind her could help her with that. She's another player being alongside Jackie Young can help her with her defensive perimeter of, hey, this is how you guard this type of player. So I ain't too mad about Dejakelly either. I love what I'm seeing from both of them, but it's up to Becky Hammon because it's championship or bust for the Aces. So it's up to Becky Hammon to say, do these two players and the minutes I provide for them put us in winning situations? If their play style don't put them in winning situations, I don't see them having a lot of impact or even playing at all. I think that's where Becky Hammon is going to come from because she got a chip on her shoulder too. So I think that's where it's going to come from. So, you know.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right. Well, I hear you. We'll see a little bit more. When do you know when the next Aces preseason game is? Or
I was just actually looking at it.
While he's looking at that, make sure y'all hit the like button on both pages. Make sure you subscribe to both pages, iAmZoMedia and WBB Universe. You have to subscribe to both pages, y'all, to support. And make sure you check out the memberships on both pages. My membership is currently live. It's a tier 1 lock in because it's finna go up. And also make sure you go to this.
They're done for the preseason.
Okay. So when's their next game?
Yeah. A season opener against the Liberty on the 17th.
And so they got to figure out if they're going to find the rookies or not by the 17th, correct?
Yeah.
So they got,
but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure all teams' final cuts will be probably by the end of this week because again, the 17th is less than 2 weeks away, and you really want to get your team finalized, start practicing on the sets and stuff. Because I don't think they've been running a lot of sets. You don't really get into your system in the preseason. Because you got rookies there, you got players that ain't gonna make the team. It's kind of just a lot of motion, read and react offense. You start really getting into your offense during kind of like this is their actual kind of like season opening workouts. They're gonna start incorporating all of that. So I think if the season starts on the 17th, I would say by the 10th, all cuts in the WNBA will be done. Probably by the 10th, which is what is that Saturday?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
So probably by Friday. I would say by Friday, all cuts will be done. All cuts will be done by Friday. Yeah, because the 10th is Saturday. Offices are pretty much closed, so probably by Saturday. Right, Rob the man, media. We only got one more cut to make, so we'll see who that is though. We only got one more cut.
Because you got Crystal Bradford as well.
We kept Crystal. So to me, I think it's gonna either be because I was just looking at it. I think it's gonna either be for the Aces. I think it's gonna either be Crystal Bradford or I don't know. Because I think they keep Elizabeth Kitley because Megan is out and we don't know when she come back. And I'm actually a fan of Kitley, and she a rookie. So Kitley is our big for the future. 6'6". She's the taller person on the team. I got big plans for Kitley if they keep her around. See, Kirsten Bell, if we can cut her, our team is solidified, man. Because but I hope keeping Kirsten Bell doesn't get us to a point where we just got to cut Dejakelly. That'd be so bad. That'd be so bad.
Yeah, because I mean, in that, because she's just, she's.
Because I think the Aces I think the Aces like Bradford because she's a bench player that kind of she's always clapping. Like you need those players around. So sometimes it ain't about what you do on the court; it's about what you do for the team morale. I like what she does, like in the locker room. She's very friendly. So, I mean, that's what Becky Hammon gonna have to choose. I think it gonna come down to Crystal Bradford and Dejakelly. Key. Becky Hammond gonna have to choose morale or one of our future perimeter players. That's what she's gonna have to choose.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be definitely a little hard for her. And I think these practices that they're about to have is definitely gonna show, you know, which one she's gonna have to choose. But man, we'll see. But it had to feel good to hit that game winner yesterday. That was a big moment. They love her. I could tell that. Seriously, I could tell that they really enjoy her and love her. But yeah, that don't mean she gets kept. So we'll definitely see. Another topic we got to get into here is about another preseason game we saw: Chicago Sky versus the Minnesota Lynx. Looking good. We saw a lot of things different, flowing for sure. But one of the great things is Kamilla was 5 of 7. She was aggressive. She was running. I mean, good hands. Her and Sloot off the pick and roll was crazy work. So I really enjoyed watching that. I enjoyed watching Kamilla with her little, random, I'm gonna be aggressive this game. She like how you describe Aaliyah and I were making threes. You know what I'm saying? Kamilla will be aggressive one game, aggressive the next game, take a game off. So, but that's my girl though. I love me some K Millie. But the question is, can Kamilla Cardoso be a top 5 center in the WNBA? Now listen to my question, because y'all like to be too fast, chat. I see y'all getting active. I appreciate that. Make sure you hit the like button. But listen to what I'm saying. Can Kamilla Cardoso be a top 5 center in the WNBA? Not is. There's a difference, because I know how y'all like to tussle. Can Kamilla be a top 5 center in the WNBA? You can answer if you think she is now too. That's cool too. But I'm just saying. I'm gonna let you start this one off. Do you think Kamilla could be a top 5 center in the WNBA?
She got the tools. Consistency and experience is the only thing that's stopping her from being that. I mean, I got a quote from Vandersloot that I was reading actually earlier. Let me read it. So Vandersloot said, "Just give her the ball. Kamilla does the rest. She's mobile. She has great hands, great finishing ability. I remember looking at the box score and she was 5 for 7. Our pick and roll will continue to get better." That's from Vandersloot. So that lets me know Vandersloot is excited to run pick and roll with Kamilla. They've probably watched film, identified where they can kind of like play at. So with that tutelage comes experience, comes more knowledge. That's one of my knocks on Kamilla. I still don't think she understands the floor yet. Like, okay, if you see the floor balance, you see it spread, take advantage of areas that you're good at. She still hasn't really honed in on that, like just reading the floor and reading and reacting to what the defense is doing. Like she still catches the ball. She doesn't, when she gets to the post, she doesn't get in position to actually make a move. She gets in position to just catch the ball. You can't do that against everybody. You can't do that against Fee, Jaquel Jones, Ajawilson. You have to get in position to make a move against them. You can't get in position to just catch the ball. Like even against Brazil, when I did my film breakdown, I showed plays where she would catch the ball and she's just like straight up, like just like no leaning, no back to the basket. She's just standing there and she's so tall that she doesn't. Sometimes she's so tall that she doesn't really hone in on getting better in the post. Like sometimes it's a blessing and it's a curse. Like she's so tall that sometimes she hasn't really figured out how to develop in the post because nobody is really, a lot of people aren't challenging her. So that's an area of concern for me going forward with her as she start honing in her game. Her post moves have got to advance a little more. She can't just rely on being taller than everybody. You got to get some kind of post game inside. I want to see her take more advantage of her hook shot. I seen her do it one time against the Lynx when she went over her right shoulder from the left side of the block. She did the little hook shot. I want her to lean into that a little more. Again, 6'7". Just get the ball in the air. You're right there at the rim. Just get the ball in the air. I want to see her do that more. Don't put the ball on the floor so much. Like, she got little knickknacks about her game that's stopping her from being in the top 5. She's a great rim protector. Again, last year, like I talk about, plus 36. She led the league in block shots per 36 with 1.7. So again, she has the potential, the skills. She got Courtney Paris in her corner, someone she could lean on for advice that's been there, done that. So I mean, it really depends. Jaquel Jones, Elena Smith, Bree Jones, Brittany Griner, Izzy, Magabor, that might be it. That's the 6 players that are keeping her. That are the 6 players that are keeping her from becoming, the becoming a top 5 center. So, like Jaquel Jones, Elena Smith, Ezzy, Brittany Griner, Breon Jones. I don't know if you want to put, for the Connecticut Sun, she plays center. So I'm going to go with that. I know she might be playing power forward for the Dream because BG going to be playing center, but she plays center for them. So there's like 6 or 7 centers in front of her that I would choose before her.
So loved everything you just said. Yeah. So I pulled up the WNBA list of centers, y'all, and I feel y'all. I know it. I get it. I love K Millie just as much as y'all love K Millie. I want to see her win. I want to see her become one of the best centers in the league. But Kamilla is on a thin line. I want to have a real conversation about this. She's on a thin line. So it's really up to her if she becomes a top 5 center and if she wants to even, push the top 3 type vibe. She has everything she needs to become that. The height being the first thing, and then not just being that tall. She's very mobile, like all of the things that Sloot said that a lot of people her height do kind of struggle with. She has that, and she still has youth on her side. So it's all up to Kamilla, if you ask me, what she wants to do with her future. As of right now, no, she's not a top 5 center. And the trajectory of it, I'm not sure. I can't say like she's played so well consistently to say, yes, I think she'll be a top 5 center. Just because I took a look at the list, and I even took some people, because we're saying in the future, right? So I took some people out that I know are probably going to retire soon, things of that nature. And even with taking certain people out, like, you still struggle to get her in the top 5. You do.
Who you took out?
I took out Tina Charles. Let me just read these to y'all. I'm not gonna read anybody who's not active though, y'all. So you got Shakira Austin, 6'5", forward center. Aaliyah Boston, center forward. Kalani Brown, center, right. Kamilla Cardoso, center. Jessica Carter, center, getting whatever. Khadijah Cave, forward center. She's on the Washington Mystics. You got Tina Charles. I took Tina Charles out. You got some center for the Golden State, Alyssa Cunane. So yeah, you got Damiris Dantas, the center forward from Indiana Fever, 6'4". Yeah. So interesting. You got Stephanie Dolson, 6'5", Washington. Temi Fagbenle, 6'4", center. Brittany Griner, center. You could take her out if you want to. Megan Gustav,
That's 2.
Right. Megan Gustafson, Jonquel Jones, who you could argue currently is the best center. Anyway, Elizabeth Kitley, center. Ezzy Magbagor, obvious, right? Obvious. And I ain't gonna do this to y'all, girl, but Dominique Malonga, I do think will be better. No shade, no tea. Like,
yeah, but
anyway.
Dominique Malonga, I got her more as a big wing. She kind of like Angel Reese, like she's a big wing.
Listen, they got her center on this list. Okay, I get what you're saying, but I'm keeping her as center. Rhea Marshall, center forward. Tierra McCowan, center. Olivia Nelson Adota, center. Mercedes Russell. Now pause. This is where I say the thin line, because I could see Kamilla if she don't stay with, not if she don't stay with Angel, not like she don't know how to be on her own, but I could see her falling into like Mercedes Russell type ways. Like Mercedes Russell is tall and lazy, like just lazy, leaves so much to be desired at 6'6", like really just be lackadaisical. Anyway, so that's when I said the thin line. It's like she could either go up or Mercedes Russell. You got Naira Sabali at center, 6'5".
From Liberty.
Azare on the Liberty. Azare Stevens, forward, center, 6'6". Kia Stokes, center, 6'3". Michaela Timpson, forward, center, 6'2". I don't know about that one. Brianna Turner, forward, center, 6'3". Elizabeth Williams, center, forward, 6'3". Asia Wilson, center. And then last is Lee Yaru, center. What we thinking? What we thinking, Chet?
Yeah, I mean, look. I got it. Look, Kamilla right on the outside of the top 5 looking in. Again, I'm gonna still rock with Etsy. I'm gonna still rock with Jacqua Jones. I'm gonna still rock with BG.
They got Asia Wilson on there.
Do you think she's better than Tierra McCown?
Yes. And Kalani Brown.
Okay.
You got Asia on there as a center.
Okay, so you got Asia. I got Asia, Jacqua Jones, BG, Elena Smith. I
don't know why Elena Smith isn't on there. Actually,
that's 5. But I can see me. I'm an Aces fan, so I already really know Asia really plays the 4.
Right. I don't know. That's like you can take her out if you want to.
But I'll say this. She does play a lot of minutes at the 5 because Stokes only starts. And she kind of got like that Mitchell Robinson for the New York Knicks kind of playing time, where she just starts, get in there for 5 minutes, and she go. Like her minutes ain't consistent. I think that's why Asia plays more consistent minutes at the 5 than Stokes does.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, she on the outside looking in, and it's up to her. That's really ultimately.
Oh, and I forgot about Aaliyah Boston. So I got her at 7. I keep forgetting about Aaliyah Boston, man. Y'all got to stop overshadowing her over there in Indiana. I keep forgetting about her. So I got Kamilla at 7.
Yeah, I mean, so BG retires in a couple years. You know what I mean? Possibly or something like that. I mean,
and look, in 3 years, Kamilla could be in the top 3. She got an opportunity to get in the
Mouse.
top
3. Look, and I don't usually, but Mouse, comparing Kamilla to Mercedes Russell don't piss me off. I didn't compare them. Get your mind right. That's why I have to talk slow, because y'all be listening too fast. You listening too fast. I gotta talk slow.
Look. Hey, Key, what they call it? They be listening to react. They don't even be listening
to understand. You want to listen to respond. I never compared them. I said she's on a thin line because she does have lazy ways, and she knows that. She talks about it in interviews. She said, yeah, all my coaches are always telling me, even when she was back at South Carolina, that she has to get better and be more aggressive. At the very least. And you got centers, thank you, chat. You got centers coming into the league too, y'all. So it's like, think about that as centers. So can she be a top 5? Yes, but you got centers coming into the league too that's going to be showing up and showing out as well. So I mean, that's something to think about too, if they keep her at 7, or if she busts through the doors with time and patience and and puts herself in the top 5. But she definitely has the potential. Kamilla's an amazing player. Like, let's not get it twisted. But a lot of basketball, sports, life is a mind thing. Skills is one thing, and it's a mind thing, and another thing in another way. And I feel like her mindset sometimes just be off. It's not in it. I'll be honest with y'all. Sometimes I think Milla don't know the plays, y'all. I'm gonna just keep it a. I'm gonna keep it a stack.
She be lost.
I'm gonna keep it a stack. She be lost. She don't know what's going on. She just knows catch the ball and lay it up. I'm not trying to be funny. You know what I mean? I think she's gotten away with not knowing stuff for a long time because she's 6'7". You know what I'm saying? And then there's people who do have at the 5 have a higher IQ than her, are more aggressive. The paint is ugly in the W. I mean, probably in any league, but I'm just saying in the W, man, it's still a 4 and 5 dominant league. And so she just gotta, she really gotta get into it. But we're gonna see some great stuff from her this season, some great action, and I'm excited to see that. Shout out to the chat for being active. Again, hit the like button, comments, subscribe to both channels, iAmZoMedia and WBB Universe. But let's get into this next topic. Let's talk about aggressiveness. You feel me? Harmony Turner, you know what I'm saying? Couple rookies that got waived are Bree Hall and Harmony Turner got waived today. Not gonna yai. I seen it coming. After the game last night. I'm like, damn, she gonna get cut. Hated it, felt it, but knew it. You know what I'm saying? I seen it coming. And before when she got drafted, I thought she was gonna be where dejakelly is at. I'll be honest. I was like, okay, she's gonna show up, show out, etc. I thought that's where she was gonna be, but it didn't pan out for her. It happens to the best of them, though. It's not the end of the road for her. You know what I'm saying? But the first couple games, I mean, she just struggled to really find her place. You could just tell she struggled to find her place. And what I noticed too, I could be wrong about this, is I think in finding her place, she was getting frustrated. I could see her getting frustrated that she couldn't really showcase herself, I guess, in a way to not be cut, which I understand because they have such a short amount of time. So I saw her getting frustrated, things like that. But she was doing the little things, though. I feel like she was, trying to rebound, things of that nature. But I do feel like she struggled to set up the offense. Like, she struggled to run the offense. It seemed like she didn't know what to do. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that was about. So, and then, you got Bree Hall, a great defensive player that got cut from the Fever. Kind of saw that coming when Bree Hall got drafted, to be honest with you. I hate that. You know what I don't like? I wish with the WNBA they could just pass I don't even know, because it's like, why draft these players when y'all know y'all are gonna drop them? She was dropped before because they have Lexi Hall. Now they might mid-season trade Lexi. That's a theory of mine. Possibly mid-season trade Lexi, but they don't have the cap space to see how that goes and keep Bree Hall at the same time. So, it sucks to see it, but I'm not a person that's high on Bree Hall. Let's be clear. I do think she's a great defensive player, but I'm not high on her. But obviously, it's like there's teams that can use her. There's teams that do got bums, like real life bums that could use her. So I can see where, she could possibly get picked up. But it's like when, because you saw how quick Sellers got picked up. It's like, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? With Harmony and with Bree Hall. But what do you think about their what's next for these two rookies, and really any rookie that has gotten cut?
So I'm coming at this from two different angles, and again, I don't got the solution. All I can do is complain like everybody else. I don't got the solution, but I can come at it from two different angles and try to meet in the middle somewhere. First angle is I get competition and I get roster spots. You only got 14 teams, 12 players, limited roster spots, talented league. You do want competition. I get it. I want to come at it from that angle as an athlete. Competition creates the best locker room. Look, my coach used to tell us, if y'all don't have one argument a week, y'all ain't trying to win. That's what my coach used to tell us. Look, on Sundays, Key, we used to have like walkthroughs. He'll be like, y'all argued this week? look, if you ain't arguing, you ain't trying to win. Because when you arguing, it's like being in a relationship. When you argue, you're really trying to point out imperfections. That's what arguing is. So same thing in the team. When your argument is about, man, you wasn't in the right spot last night, man. You're the reason I got that turnover. You went in the, or man, you didn't get back on defense. That's why they scored. Like, you want that, as long as it doesn't cross the line, you want that because it helps create dialogue and communication. You want that, right? Again, accountability is a big thing at high level sports. Accountability is a big thing. I get all of that, Key. I really do. And that's why I'm coming at it from two different angles. My second angle is, why do you hire a scouting team? What is the... I don't need no team. I swear. Stop bragging on these developmental coaches if they can only develop certain players. Why do we have a developmental coaching staff? For instance, Chicago Sky. Why do you have Aaron Jackson if you can't develop Tilly? If you can't develop Maddie? What you there for? Like, what you there for? If you can't get Haley Van Lith to play well, like, what are you there for? Why you got a position? Who are you developing? You just got a title? If you're not going to keep rookies on your team, cut that position as well. If these owners, look at, if I'm an owner, if I got to cut a rookie every season that I drafted, not the undrafted players, in every league, undrafted players barely make it, right? But if I got to cut first-round picks 3 years in a row, Key, that's a problem with my infrastructure, not that player. That means my coach, my scouting staff, my player personnel department don't know what they doing. Why am I cutting first-round picks every year? There's literally teams that have cut their first-round pick 5 years in a row, 3 years in a row. What? Two things need to happen, in my opinion, that can solve all of this. Two things. You can't have a women's G League because you don't have the infrastructure of money and the talent pool is very slim. That G League would not look good. I hear the comparisons of what a WNBA got one. Trust me. That G League for the WNBA would not look as good as y'all think it would. It would, Key. It would not look that good, Key. Trust me, it would be bad. Unless you got about 4 to 5 teams only. But if you got a G League for each team, it would not look good, and you'll be scrapping to find players. It would not look good. It just wouldn't, because the draft picks aren't that many, first of all. So all your G Leagues is undrafted players, and the G League was started and was meant to develop your players for 1 to 2 years, and then they come up. Because the way that this how the G League works, Keith. Let's say I draft you in the first round, but my roster is full of vets. We're a championship team. This is an NBA. We send you to our G League affiliate team, and on that team, we tell the coach what we need you to work on. And every game, if it's we need you to be a 3-and-D player, every game, those other players on that team that come from overseas or just there, undrafted players, the whole game plan is focused around my first round draft pick. He get all the 3-point shots. He guards the team, other best player. Like everything is focused around him. If you need him to get better at ball handling, his usage rate gonna be super high. The whole offense is really focused around. It's really like practice in an organized way. Everything is focused. All the games, the whole game plan is focused around that individual player's development. That's how the G League works. That's why you don't see a lot of players from the G League make it up to the NBA, because they're really just practice players playing an organized sport. Like, I'm telling you what it really is. They're really just practice players playing an organized sport. So they need to either give teams 14 roster spots, to call them a developmental roster spot. They don't even got to be part of the active roster. Why don't look? The NBA got two-way players who just come and play. They only can play a certain amount of games. They only can play a certain amount of games. I think it's up to 20 games. I think it is 20, 25 games of the season. Do the same thing with them. Out of the 44 games, you get 2 roster spots for, let's say it's Dejakelly and Harmony Turner. You get 2 extra roster spots for them. They can only play, out of the 44, they can only play 16. The rest of their time, they're with your team, but they're practice players and they're developing. So next year, you can decide if you want to, keep them or not. Like, and they don't even have to have big contracts, minimum training cap contracts, but just keep them on the roster. I don't understand. Like, you ain't losing nothing. I don't know why they don't have 14 roster spots. That's very weird to me. So that's my solution to all of this, where you don't got to go build a whole nother program or nothing. That's my solution.
Hold your thought. So do you think this new CBA, do you think they add roster spots? And do they go against the cap? Do they not go against the cap? Things of that nature.
I think, like I said, I think that's going to be the plan. They're going to get training camp contract pay. I don't know what that's going to look like with the CBA possibly going up. You're going to get 2 to 3 training camp roster spots. That makes it 15. Bring it to 15. Normal 15, like the NBA got. But what happens is they can't play in the playoffs, and they only can play 16 games during the regular season. That way, you're not just cutting these players and are actually developing. Because what's happening, Key, is a lot of these teams are cap strong. A lot of these teams, these GMs, they got to go to the Amazon jungle and back, because every year they got to reset their roster because we can't keep our rookies because of the roster spots. So these GMs every year got to have this big turnover. They got to reconstruct the roster. They got to do all of this because you don't got spots for rookies. So you're not develop the league. The league needs to develop the rookies. They need to. Look, why am I coming out of college? Even if I'm better than everybody on your team, you gonna cut me because I'm a rookie. That literally makes no sense. I can be better than everybody on your team, but unless mainstream fans, I'm not a high-profile draft pick, you ain't gonna give me no minutes. I ain't gonna get a fighting chance. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Harmon and Turner had a fighting chance. I'm gonna be honest. I watched their practices. I watched the drills they was running. Even in game 1, she only played 5 minutes and didn't take a shot. And that 5 minutes was in garbage time. Harmon and Turner was the last person to get in the game. And you only had 2 draft picks. Harmon and Turner was your second draft pick. And she didn't even get no burn. She was set up to fail from the get-go because she came from an Ivy League. She didn't have press clippings. Dejakelly came in undrafted and got in the game before her. Dejakelly was playing in the first half. You don't see that in no other league. Even in the NFL, undrafted quarterback could be better than your third-round pick quarterback. But guess who's going to get the most reps, Keith? That third-round pick quarterback, just because he got drafted. You spent a draft pick on Harmon and Turner, and I don't think you gave her a fair chance. Dejakelly came in as the pretty girl with the hype, journalism school, 5-year starter, came in undrafted and just got a place. Yeah, she worked for. I'm not saying she didn't work for it. What I'm saying is, I don't think from the beginning of training camp it was a level playing field, even though one was drafted and one wasn't.
I get what you're saying. Look, and the WNBA doesn't understand, like, yo, your league's growth is dependent on the rookies, though. No shade, right? Like, the growth of the league is dependent on the rookies that are coming in. So they have to create more roster spots for them to develop, to give them a chance to become the product that they need them to be. You know what I'm saying? And they really do be setting them up for failures, like you just said. But the growth of the league is not like completely dependent on these rookies, but yes, like, I mean, y'all could act like it matters or not, but, and I'm not saying they should be drafted only for these reasons. This is the only reason why anybody should care about them. But marketing, like all of that stuff that comes with some of these rookies that's coming in, their fan bases, like, it's happening now. It's a tunnel now. The women's NCAA league, whatever, they are starting to grow their brand as well, you know, and so you need to make sure you're keeping these rookies to continue to grow the league. I can't verbalize what I'm trying to say, y'all, but it's just a reality. Like, I don't think that you continue to grow the league just cutting rookies like this. And like he said, it'd be first round draft picks. Like, how you a first round draft pick and get cut? Like, that's crazy work. In any other league, you know what I'm saying? In any other league, like, that's a big deal. Like, you damn near a superstar stepping on the field or wherever you stepping on because you're a first round draft pick. And anywhere else, it's like, really, you're disposable. You know what I'm saying? So the WNBA for sure has to change. But look, the CBA is coming. I'm praying that they do that. I definitely think they're going to do the more roster spots thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what else they do.
Go to 15. Give them like,
I think 15 is cool.
Look. Let's say it goes to 1 million, right? Give them 245 training camp contracts. Give them 245. 245K. They can play 16 games. They don't play in the playoffs, just like two-way players in the WNBA, in the NBA. Just give them the roster spot. Because again, Key, before you finish, think about this. It got a crop of WNBA players right now that in 5 years will be out the league.
That's like, what I'm saying.
That Stewie group, Stewie, Jacquel Jones, that group right there, they'll be out the league in 5 to 6 years. So what do you have next? You can't.
And how are you continue?
You can't depend on 4 players to carry the league. You need parity.
And you're adding more teams. So how are you funneling? You know what I'm saying? Like, properly. It sounds crazy, but properly funneling people to fill those positions. How are you doing that? How are you adding to that? How are you making sure that you keep the product at a height so it continues to grow? I mean, the talent coming now, like, it's going to be undeniable. Seriously, it's going to be undeniable. The talent continues to grow, just even in college. Some of these players, you got your Sarah Strongs coming in 2028, Juju in 2027. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's there, but y'all have to give them a shot. But not only, and I want to be clear in what I'm saying. Yes, the Jujus, but you want to have more roster spots for the people. What am I trying to say? Who can develop into something and garner an audience. Like, it's not always about top talent. Not trying to like sound bad, y'all. Y'all, I'm empathetic, but you get what I'm trying to say, Prince. Like, it's not just about the Jujus, the angelreese.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, it's mid-level.
They're going to help market the league, but you need parity for the league to grow.
Exactly.
You need parity. The league won't grow without parity.
Exactly.
Look, I was having a conversation with Showtime earlier. I was telling him, ESPN is not about to give the WNBA a $1 billion. The NBA got a $70 billion media contract. ESPN is not about to give the WNBA a $1 billion contract, a 1% of that, to broadcast 2 teams.
I get it. Look, and two, so sometimes I just have to real quick. So real money, they can't manufacture stardom. I'm not sure if you're saying that to what I just said about them funneling, players into the league and giving them a chance and stuff. But I'm gonna give you an example. If you're talking to me, I'm gonna let you go ahead and drop in the chat. If you mean something different, that's fine. I ain't even gonna call you out your name or nothing like that, right? So yes, you can, right? And it's not manufactured, it's giving them a platform, right? Dejakelly went undrafted. She hits 1 shot in a preseason game. Like, people, that's fans. That's how that works. Like, you give them the platform and they show. Now, I'm not saying everybody will. I'm not saying it's like that. But if you give them the chance and the tools to continue to grow in that way, yes, you can. People will become fans. People will want to see these players play. It's not just all about the Cam Brinks and, Rakia Jackson's. It's just not. It's about everybody, really, to be honest. Like, you're not really making sense right now. So that's what I meant. But look, I mean,
man, you gotta be look. As fans, we can say we only like this player or that player, but as a league, as a business, they can't operate like that because they make their money from all 14 teams, not one team. A lot of people don't understand how business works
at all. Don't understand it at all. But be loud.
Again, even when you think about, I hate to bring it into this conversation, but even when you think about the Fever fans, for some reason, I don't know who started this. I don't know where this came from. I don't know how this became a thing, but your $152 ticket is not growing the WNBA. I'm sorry if you think your $152 ticket is the reason the WNBA is going to grow. No, the sponsor dollars, the marketing is the real money. Your $152 ticket can't even buy the hot dogs for the next game.
That's not how business works.
They paying $20,000 for them hot dogs. I'm not even talking about the buns. You sure can't afford the buns. People, they getting. I don't know where that started.
Thank you.
They attendance is a team. The Lakers. Let me tell y'all something. The Los Angeles Lakers sell out every game for the last 30-something years and don't even own Crypto Arena. What are we talking about? And first of all, the players don't even get that money. That's the owners. And guess what they doing? They taking all that money, the $152 ticket you Fever fans bragging about, them jerseys you buying from Caitlinclark. Guess what they doing with that? They taking that money and they going to put it into a business that's probably affecting you in real society while you talking about attendance. See, a lot of y'all don't actually think. It's absurd I got to have this conversation. That $152 ticket you bragging about at the Fever game, that Caitlinclark jersey you bragging about, that owner is probably profiting off of something that's hurting you in the real world, but yet y'all get on YouTube and won't cap. Y'all don't even think straight. This is crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, he said it. I didn't. I mean, that is exactly what I've been saying for streams upon streams. Man. Y'all don't actually know what grows the league. Y'all don't actually know what the league needs. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't actually know. And then y'all come and say things and like y'all know, and y'all don't know. Y'all don't know how business works. Y'all don't know what's actually necessary. And then when we suggest things, because we actually know, here y'all come with it's absurd, the things that y'all say. Because it doesn't make sense at all. You know what I'm saying? No, we actually do know. It's not nobody actually knows. See, I mean, it's easier to say that because you don't actually know, but folks actually know. I have a business. Prince has a business. We actually know. We actually look into these things. Y'all don't do that. Y'all just go off of whatever y'all see, clickbait and all of it, and don't actually pay attention to what actually grows.
Key. They casuals, they hypocrites, and they contradict themselves with every word they say. They keep talking about the WNBA, the NBA is losing money, yet every stadium I look at when they're on ESPN, it's full. How are they still losing money? Y'all contradict yourselves. So if their game is packer, and again, these are NBA stadiums, that 18,000, that 14,000 y'all be bragging about, they filled that up already. They fill up the seats more than that in the NBA, and y'all still say they losing money, but you want me to believe a person who fills up a 14,000 stadium is making money. Make that make sense. Y'all contradict yourselves at every move. Every move.
Don't know what
y'all
y'all be talking about.
Yourselves. Every move.
Literally. And come back for more every time. I love it, though. I love it. Keep coming back. Keep coming back to get cooked. It's okay. It's okay. Just keep coming back. Y'all are masochists. I realize it. You like it. You enjoy getting cooked. But anyways, I mean, ultimately, let's get back to the subject at hand, because I cannot. You couldn't have broke it down any more articulate and still willful ignorance. That's what it's called. Willful ignorance. And I'm gonna let you rock.
Man,
with that.
We want the WNBA to grow. If we want 15 roster spots, if we want a team in every state, it's gonna take the league to grow. And for the league to grow, it's gonna take sponsor dollars, not ticket sales. You know how much the stadium cost?
Well, ultimately, do you think that Bree Hall or Harmony Turner will get picked up?
I swear, I'm glad I don't do. And Key, I told Showtime this earlier. I don't know how y'all do that. I can't look. I
get it.
I'm a look. People be asking me to do highlight reels. Not highlight reels, major topics and all of that. I will never do that. Don't email me about that. I can't do that. I'm gonna stick to film breakdowns because y'all gonna slow my brain down with all these conversations.
No, you lose IQ. You lose brain cells talking to these people. You're gonna say it's the fact that people think all the problem supposed to magically be fixed with the class of 2024. That's how I know you're not listening, because I just said, what did I just say?
We're talking about the rookies in 5 years helping the league grow. We're not talking about 2024. Harmony Turner is a 2025 rookie.
They can't manufacture it. Then you double back to try to say, no, this is who's gonna fix it. And I said, anyway, do you think Bree Hall, you lose brains? You literally do.
Go I'm good. Ahead. I'm gonna stick to doing my film breakdowns. I'm good.
Man, what?
I'm good. Shout out to y'all though. Shout out to y'all, man. I'm good.
Man, what? This is crazy work. But look, let's move on. Actually, let's move on. Preseason games around the league. We've been seeing a lot of preseason games around the league. Obviously, I thought the Aces one against Phoenix last night was interesting. Actually, just to watch. You had Atlanta today versus the Mystics. I did not get to watch that one though. You got Chicago Sky versus the Lynx. Gonna Seattle Storm versus the Sparks, I think. So yeah, we got a great few games to see like what everybody working with. Obviously, you don't get to see everything. They're not going to show all their schemes in the preseason games, but it was interesting to see some of these players. Malanga didn't get to play. I wanted to see her a little bit. I haven't seen her really play. To be honest, I saw her in the Olympics, so I did want to see her a little bit. What I had to say about the Mercury though was surprisingly they looked better than I thought they were gonna look. But I still feel the same. But they looked a little bit better than I thought they were gonna look. What you think?
Who you said?
The Mercury, Phoenix Mercury.
I'm still not the Aces. Look. Don't let that game fool y'all, man. The Aces was out there just playing basketball. Don't let that fool y'all. The Aces would smoke them if they actually cared. The Mercury, had West Bell out there looking like she was an all-star. When West Bell was out there looking like an all-star, key, that's when I started paying attention. Man, the Aces were out there just getting cardio in. They were just out there getting cardio in, man. Trying to get through that game. Because that was their last preseason game. They only had 2. They were just out there getting cardio in, man. Ajawilson was out there just running around. She wasn't even trying to play. She was out there running around, man. Jackie Young had like 18 turnovers. Jewel Lloyd was with Jewel Lloyd. Chelsea Gray wasn't even doing nothing. Like, man, he was out there just running around. They were turning the ball over left and right, man. I don't believe in nothing the Mercury got going on.
Nah, me neither. Me neither.
First of all, who is the Mercury big?
Natasha Mack and Kalani Brown.
Key, stop it.
I'm just answering questions. That's they centers.
Kitley better than both of them, and she ain't even gonna get no playing time. Satu don't play no defense. She just want to look pretty and shoot threes. AT, she won't play bully ball.
Man,
the Mercury got no bench. No bench. They got no perimeter defense. They just threw Natasha Cloud away like she was garbage. Like, they got no perimeter defense. They got no rebounding. Who gonna rebound? Kamilla Copper? Because Satu ain't no rebounder.
no.
And for all intents and purposes, AT ain't about to get you 10 rebounds a game. Who rebounding?
Facts.
You can't look. The Mercury think they gonna just run all transition. AT is not a half-court player. She's not a half. You don't want AT in half-court because she can't shoot. You sag off of her and you just cover the shooters. So whatever Mercury trying to plan is gonna fail. This team ain't going nowhere fast.
But
I'm sorry. That preseason game did not excite me, Key. That did not excite me. They ain't going nowhere fast.
Nah, that's a fact. I'm with it. I mean, I definitely agree. But look, I've been said that before the season. I was like, I think we sweep them. When we had went
played them 3 times, right?
Yeah, I'm like, I think we sweep them. They don't got nothing going on. They literally have nothing. I think they're gonna blow up in 2026 and try to do something there, or maybe they try to add to it. I have no idea the direction they're going in. I'm super confused about it, to be honest. So I really don't know. So we'll see. I know the Valkyrie played. I didn't get to watch that one either. As well. Fever obviously played. I don't think New York has played yet a preseason game, unless I missed it. Yeah.
Let me see when their next game is. I think New York play tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta go back and watch I think I missed like 2 or 3 games. So I gotta
No, New York play Friday. They play Friday. Yeah, they 2 preseason games is Friday and Monday.
Yeah. Even that, I feel like that has to, I don't know. But I get like they're competing with other leagues and stuff, but I feel like, I don't know. Even that, how fast they go from college to training camp. The training camp is 2 days. Like, I don't even understand. Preseason games is 2 preseason games, and then we what's the point of that even? They gotta change that too. But I know you've been doing.
I like the Valkyrie though. I watched the Valkyrie game.
You did.
They gonna be all right. You know.
You like what you saw?
Letitia, she was decent. Kayla Thornton played solid defense. Monique Billings She had 9 and 8. They got some hustlers. They gonna be in some games just because they got a lot of hustlers on that team. They gonna be
somebody said that. I might have seen it on Threads. Somebody said the Valkyrie got a whole bunch of 6 men on their team, which isn't a bad thing, but like hustle players gonna get to it. So yeah, I gotta rewatch them.
Yeah, I mean, because they got Veronica Burton with 6 women off the bench on Connecticut, Tiffany Hayes off the Aces, Kate Martin off the Aces, Van Loo, Kayla Thornton, Monique Billings off the Mercury last year. I mean, yeah, Timmy Fagbenne, like they got a lot of 6 women. Yeah, a lot of 6 women on this team. Yeah, I mean, then they got Carla Lette. I need to see more from her. I wasn't impressed by what I seen. I heard a lot of bragging about her in the offseason, and I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed.
Okay.
How you feel about the Sparks?
I didn't get to watch them. But before the season even started and finding out how they panned out, I didn't get to watch them though. I thought they were, I won't say a dark horse, but I'm like, they're pretty solid. They're pretty solid if you ask me. I like what they have and who they picked up as far as Sarah. I like Sarah Ashley Barker. So there's that. I've seen some assessments of Sanaya, but I didn't watch it myself to make my own assessment. But I've seen some where some people were like, she needs some time to come along. I wonder if they let her, have some time to come along and things of that nature. But I mean, I think they're a solid team, to be honest. Because is that who the Valkyrie played? Was it the Sparks? Sanaya Fagan.
Oh yeah. They played the Sparks. Yeah.
Yeah, how were they? I mean, I didn't get to watch it. I feel like they have potential. In the first half, right? The Valkyrie was just turning the ball over, missing shots, sloppy play. I think they only shot like maybe 10 shots in the first quarter. They were just turning the ball over. They couldn't get a shot off. They played bad in the first half. In the second half, they played harder because a lot of the other players came in the game. They had a short rotation in the first half. In the second half, they played a lot of players. I love their hustle. They changed. They bench came in, changed the momentum. The Aces, I mean the Sparks didn't play their starters like heavy minutes. I mean, Kelsey Plum only played 23 minutes. I mean, Sparks don't play no defense. Odyssey Sims was trying. They don't play no defense. Another thing about the Sparks, I don't think they got real 3-point shooting. I don't think they got 3-point shooting. I'm trying to think.
I mean, you got Azura Stevens. She was 1 for 4 last night. Rakia Jackson was 2 for 4. Kelsey Plum was 0 for 4. Odyssey Sims was 1 for 4. Sarah Ashley Barker was probably their best 3-point shooter. She was 1 for 1. I mean, Ari McDonald was 2 for 7. I mean, they don't really got no 3-point shooting threats that I'm like, when we go into this game, we got to make sure they don't shoot threes.
I got you. I mean, I think she wanna.
For them, they kind of got like I already seen enough about them. So you know how some teams you're like, well, it's the preseason, but Kelsey Plum, Rakia Jackson was around last year. Odyssey Sims has been around for a while. Ray Burrell has been around for a while. So I already know what they can do. I don't need the preseason to make a judgment on them. So for a team like the Sparks, the Aces, the Mercury, the Liberty, you can't overreact. That's their team. You've watched them play already, you know the players. The Sparks, I need to see. I don't think they got 3-point shooting, and I don't think they got real true perimeter defense.
Yeah, it's the defense for me that I was already like, but I do think that I think gelling is what it's going to come down to with them, because I do think they could be a 3-point threat team. I do think they could be a 3-point threat team, but the defense was what I worried about, period. When I was like, oh, that's not a scary team to me because they don't really have like no crazy defense like that. De'Erica Hamby, Rakia, Kelsey Plum, Odyssey Sims. Did Odyssey Sims start? Was she the starting point guard?
Yeah, I think Odyssey Sims started. Yeah, she
Okay.
but she played 20 minutes.
Who played at the 5?
Azura Stevens, I think, started at the 5.
Okay. Yeah. So I think that's what their issue definitely is going to be. Is, I mean, they have a lot of offense or offensive threats, but I think they issue is going to be defense more than anything. So okay, they said Kelsey Plum was the starting PG. So Rakia was at the 2. Rakia, tell me the starting. Y'all know how this goes. Chat. Damn it, in the holes. Tell me.
I could have sworn Odyssey started, but she didn't start. She just happened to take the most shots. Because I'm looking at the stat sheet right now. She took the most shots. She took 12. The next closest person was Rakia. She took 10.
Ray Burrell at the 2.
And Aaron McDonald took 11, but she kind of played with the bench players. Sanaya Fagan. If Sanaya Fagan, if you listening, Sanaya Fagan, you're not a lock on this team. I need you to attempt a shot. Just attempt a shot. You play 7 minutes. Even if I got a ball hog for one play, I'm going to attempt at least a shot. I need to let the coach know I can be a scoring threat when I want to be.
Was she a defensive threat?
I mean, well, she had 1 rebound. No, she had 1 assist. I mean,
okay, that's it. 1 rebound, 1 assist.
No, she had one assist. She ain't had no rebounds.
Got you.
She only played 7 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say she only played 7 minutes.
But she wasn't playing against the starters.
Okay, I got you. We'll see. I mean, who do they have to? How many people they got to cut?
That I don't know. How many people they got on their roster, man? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So they got to cut 2 people. I'm thinking it's gonna be Maria and maybe Swan. Well, no, they got to cut 3 people because Cam Brink not on here. So I'm thinking Maria, Swain, Shanice Swain, and look, my money is on Fagan or King.
Okay, I think he's Fagan over King, though. You don't think so? Not to say like one is better than the other. They're 2 different players, but King is undersized at the 4. So you don't think that they keep Fagan over King? Now, let's be clear. I did not watch the game, y'all. I didn't watch the game, so I can't speak on it in that like specific way. So, do they pick Sanaya over King? Which one do you pick?
That's a tough one, man, because I like King's energy, but I think Fagan is the more complete player. I like. I'll go with Fagan. She's more. Dang.
I mean, is there any chance that like?
I mean, unless they keep both of them, because look, King had a good game. King made the most of her minutes. So
yeah. I don't know. It depends on what that coach really wants, I guess, and what she's trying to run. I don't know her offense. I know they said that she's like big on 3-point shooting for sure. So So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll definitely see when it comes to that. I think we hear about some more cuts probably throughout this week soon enough. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
Oh, they might get rid of. They might get rid of Russell. Actually, yeah, they could get rid of Russell.
I'm actually a Fagan fan, so heart over head, I'm gonna go with Fagan. I was a Fagan fan when she was at SC. I go Fagan over King. I mean, she is undersized, but you know, I was thinking just not on my head with that. I was thinking I am a Fagan fan. She plays better defense than King, but King is one of those. King is
That's
one
all I
of
was
those
saying.
like.
I think just simply off of King being undersized, I don't think it's like a personal thing. I think King being undersized, they keep Fagan because of King being undersized. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But
And those in the chat, I was mistaken. Fagan did take 2 shots. She went to the
trust
foul
me.
line.
Look, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's okay. It's okay, Zoe. It's all right.
Hey, look. Y'all know how much film I watch? And I literally watched the whole game. I was literally on the phone. Last night, me, bro, Claude, and Keisha was talking about the game. I literally watched the whole game. I'm not making my assessment off the stat sheet. I watched the game. I just forgot she took a shot.
At the free throw line twice.
Yeah.
But anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, I like King. Like you said, I like her game too. I mean, both of them. It's not like anybody saying that either one of them are better than any other bad players. It's just who do they keep for what reasons? And is there a world where they keep both? You know what I'm saying? Somebody was mentioning Russell. I'm like, shit, get Russell up out of there. I don't know if you really
You don't like Mercedes?
No, I think she's so late. I think Mercedes Russell is so lazy to me.
I mean, she didn't get heavy minutes, so I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what they end up doing for real. So
the thing is like they don't got a lot of rebounding, so Mercedes could just make it off the strength of that, even though she's not a good rebounder. You can't teach height. I mean,
I hate that term, right? Like,
yeah, I hate that term too. I really hate that
motherfuckers,
term.
and they suck at the height. Like you still suck. You tall as hell, you still suck.
Yeah. I think them keeping Mercedes gonna be a Cameron Brink decision. Like Cameron Brink supposedly not coming back to like what mid-July.
Yeah, bring it
now, and that might change. You know, that ain't even because she was supposed to be healthy for a rival, so they ain't you know. So right now they got it marked as like July. So we'll I mean that could change.
I mean, but
ACLs are tricky.
Because who's the other big like besides Mercedes? Stevens, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can still it be taking a chance. I mean, y'all not doing nothing this year for real, because you know Cam Brink is so. You could keep King and Sanaya Fagan and let Mercedes Russell go.
Grow your rooks, man. Grow your rooks. You think Fagan can play the 4?
Isn't she like better at the 4? Then like
the reason I'm asking that is because
when Cam Brink comes back,
when Cam Brink comes back, she can play the 4 when Hamby sits down, and she can play the 4 with Cam Brink. You got a defensive front court.
That's what I'm saying. Drop Russell and keep King in, because I feel like King could do a little dirty work for you too off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Is her is King's defense like trash? No, right? She could play the 3. Shit, they need some defense.
Hey, y'all in the chat. I know Fagan is a 4. I'm asking if she can play the 4 for the Sparks. I know she's a 4. Oh, I gotta explain that. I know she's a 4. I'm asking Kia if she can play the 4 for the Sparks. It's just like me saying, can Vandersloot play the point guard? I know Vandersloot's the point guard. Can she play the point guard for the Chicago Sky? That's 2 different questions.
I feel what you're saying. Yeah.
Man. Wow.
It's not dropping Russell for King. You're not listening, Tulip. I didn't say drop Russell and King be the big. Am I dumb?
Key.
Today one of them days, y'all. Did y'all have y'all coffee?
I don't know what's going on today.
Did y'all eat y'all Wheaties today?
Key.
What's going on?
Key. They got 15 people. They got 16 people on their roster, including Cam and Brink. You only can play 12. No matter who we say, somebody in the chat gonna feel some kind of way, because they did a good job drafting. So no matter who we say, I don't know why you argue with them. No matter who we say in the chat right now, somebody gonna disagree with it.
I'm done. After this, I'm done, and I'm going to eat my dinner. I'm going to eat my dinner and walk my dog after this. Tulip said, "Big is needed more than an undersized 4 like King." I just said keep Sanaya Fagan and King and let Mercedes Russell go.
Right,
be for real.
Right,
what are we talking? And I said,
move. Only got cap space for 11.
Move King to the 3 is what I said. Is her defense terrible? Move her. Y'all need defense. Move her to the 3. That's what I said. What are we talking about? No, B Will, you about to piss me off. Because I did not say drop Mercedes Russell for King. That's not what I said. Dog, what are we talking about? Anyway.
The chat cutting up today. I still love y'all though, man. Y'all cutting up
for sure.
Today.
Look, it's still 155 people in here. Make sure you hit the like button. 155 people in here. Okay, that's all, Tulip. Thank you for the actual assessment. I appreciate that. If King could shoot the 3, I would keep her. Thank you for an actual assessment. Jesus Christ. Look, y'all, shout out to y'all for coming through each and every Wednesday to excuse the takeover. The best.
Going on today. This is wild, man.
The best show today. The best show on YouTube. Name a better duo. Listen, man. Listen. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit the all notification button so you know every single time that we drop a live. Look, let me see if y'all did what y'all. Look, I'm at 1049, 1049. I said, get me to 1,050, and y'all pretty much did just that. I really appreciate y'all for supporting, man. Thank y'all so much.
Hey, this is wild, man.
Hey, man. Hey, this is jokes. Look, and then Auntie says, what's going on, man? It's all love. It's all love. Talking about Rob. Come on, man. Look, it is what it is. But look, for real though. Seriously, shout out to each and every one of y'all. We so appreciate y'all support, man. Appreciate y'all support. Look, y'all are the best, always coming through, keeping the chat jumping, live, all of that. Again, make sure you hit the like button. Both pages have membership, so just make sure you check that out. And make sure you come back through next Wednesday where we gonna have another banger for y'all with Excuse the Takeover. Do you have any last thoughts, King? King, Jesus Christ, because it's haunting me at this point. Prince.
Dog, man. Dog. Hey, y'all gotta chill, man. Y'all, look, man. Y'all gotta chill. Look, this is live. We're not doing reshoots or re-recording. Everything we say won't come out correct. It won't sound correct. But we do have the right to rebuttal or correct what we're saying. That's how a conversation goes. Y'all do it all the time when y'all come on the. This is the thing, Key. They in the chat telling us we can't correct what we say, but when they come on panels, half of them in the chat that's capping. When they come on my panel, I gotta re-ask them the question because they said it wrong. This is live.
And it's a show. You feel me? It's a show. Appreciate y'all coming through. Auntie
Right,
says,
look,
Auntie says,
should have turned king, should have turned Prince of the King, man.
Look, Auntie says we would love to do a show with you. We would love to, but this is excuse the takeover type of stuff we do. This is the type of setup we do. We don't do an open panel on this one. Would love to definitely look, have a show, run it with you, whatever. It will be fun, a good time.
Yeah, we don't those who want to come up, we don't let people come up because if you look in the description, this podcast does go to Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, Deezer, iHeartRadio playlist. So if you have any of those apps, Amazon Music, Apple Music, type in "Excuse the Takeover" where you can listen to the audio file of this podcast. That's why we don't let nobody come up, because this podcast gets put onto Apple Music.
Bigger facts, big facts, big facts. Appreciate y'all so much again for coming through, for sure. I appreciate that, Auntie says, for sure. I always I check you out from time to time.
But sis, I come up, I'm one of them ones. You gonna learn one of them ones. I'm one of them ones. I'm one of them ones.
Let's set it up. We can all stream it to all of our pages, man. It'll be fun. It'll be a blast. Look, it's always this ain't no battle of the pages or nothing like that. We all supposed to think our shows are the best shows. So look, so Goon the Shooter, you finna study my block button. Goon the Shooter.
Hey, Key, you can go off on it because I already timed it at the 134 mark. I'm cutting this off before I add it to Apple Music.
Big facts. Goon the Shooter, you definitely finna study my block button. Talking about you finna study my block button.
That's a big on, man. Hey, Goon be trying to incite you, Key, because he know you.
I already know, and sometimes it works. Listen, doing a Key Facts giveaway soon. I already gave one away. I got more coming. You know you want your own Key Facts merch, Key Facts hat. So make sure you keep coming through. You never know when I'm gonna spin that wheel, and make sure y'all get y'all Key Facts merch. It's coming. Again, check out the memberships on both pages. Go ahead over to iAmZoMedia. Go to iAmZoMedia. Make sure you check out his breakdowns and everything like that. Great pre-show and after show for the games as well. So look, make sure support WBB Universe as well. Make sure you come over, subscribe to my page, hit the all notification button on the page as well, so you know every time I drop a banger video short. Same thing with Prince. Look, as always, man, everybody be safe. Make sure you come back through next weekend for Excuse the Takeover, man, where we give the latest and greatest takes on women's basketball. Y'all be safe out there, man. We'll catch you next time.
Excuse the Takeover, taking charge. Women's game front and center, living large. Hit that subscribe, stay tuned to the ride. We bringing the heat, never gonna hide. Analyzing chat, every stat, interact, breaking barriers. No cap, that's a fact. Leave a comment below, watch the growth unfold. Together we gon' make this story be told.